All right, a side-by-side comparison of the GE Profile Opal 1. I'm going to say Genesis because that's what it looks like the model number was on the back. And then we have the Frigidaire Gallery. I have owned both of these. The Frigidaire Gallery is now replacing the GE Profile. All right, the GE Profile was a gift, and we've had it for about 2 years, 2.5 years. Very expensive at the time, and we got it because my wife, Sonic Ice, she loves it. So it's been a love-hate relationship. Obviously with both of these, you're going to want to run the vinegar through them to clean everything. So monthly, you do have to clean this every single month, and sometimes we had to do it every couple weeks. And we also got the additional side water jug for this one. It does look nice and clean when it's there, but just aesthetically it's not practical. And let me show you the things that I didn't like about it. First, you have to Google every single light color code that comes on here because it's going to be white, blue, red, yellow. I mean, you name the colors, it's going to be on there. And that's all you have for a message center. Okay, this one, a little more friendly. Ice, clean, powerful, add water. A lot more user-friendly in that aspect. Also, we've noticed this one, I've had to take this apart about 12 times. And the reason I had to take it apart was because these vents suck in all kinds of lint. And the machine just gets super dirty. So I can't tell you how many times this thing has been taken apart. Up in here, there's a little water filter that you got to clean and scrub, and it's just, it's brutal. Also, because you're going to be using, if you do use this, you're constantly going to be, sorry, there's magnetic force here. You always have to touch this with your fingers to get it on and off. So you have to wash your hands first. I know probably not a big deal for most of you, but I like to just do things and go. It does look nice. And that extra water is very beneficial. But the reason why you have to do this is because look how you have to fill this one. Okay, there's holes. So every time you take this out, it makes a mess. And then you got to fill your water if you didn't have this one here. You'd have to fill your water there all the time. And trying to get a bottled water to pour in here, you know, it's not very convenient. Now, some may think it is. I don't think it is at all. There's also a filter right there that you constantly have to replace. Seems like every couple months. Just getting the ice out. Okay, there's not really a grab point here. There's not. I mean, I guess if you're a little ladyed finger, this is for you. But for a big guy like me, it's like it's always a pain in the ass. And for the price, I mean, it looks nice on your counter. Don't get me wrong, because we got the stainless, you know. I mean, it looks pretty. But this one, we've had for a whole day now, and I think it runs just as quiet. The features on this, watch this. Boom. No brainer, okay? Now, when you add water, it's just reverse. And look how easy that is to fill. Super easy to fill. I don't work for Frigidaire. I don't work for GE. I'm just telling you, this one is half the cost. And if you end up having to buy two to last just as long as this one, I think this one's much better. You get a 3-year price protection on it. And I think you've got 3 years of flawless use. Maybe we should have got the price protection on this one. I don't know. But this one, every now and then, you think it's going to blow up. It'll start grinding and make this huge, loud noise. It was time. It was time for it to go away. So this is going to go to some happy home. We'll just gift this to somebody. Maybe if you have an amazing comment, we can gift it to you. You pay shipping and handling. But this is the one we want. I would say, you know what? Go with this one. I know it's still too early. But again, if something messes up, price protection plan on this is nothing, no big deal. And yeah, so there you go. Ice-wise, I don't know. My wife seems to think this one is a little softer and a little better ice. This one kind of makes them more like a harder Nugget. This one makes them really soft like Sonic ice. So I pick the Frigidaire. My wife picks the Frigidaire. Maybe we're just so disgruntled about the profile because I've had to take it apart so many times and clean it. I may have to clean this one too, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as this one. Because again, the dust here in the back. Again, when this thing gets up and grinds and just makes all this noise, it freaks you out. So head-wise, you know, I think they're very, very similar. I got a little more space. This one's a little shorter. Cup area so you don't drip. But again, by design, I just think this one's just messy because you have to take this out. This whole thing has to come out, and you can either set it up here, or you got to put it in your sink because now you got to fill it with water. I suppose, and we never did. I mean, be honest. I guess you could open it partially like this and pour water in it. You know, I never even thought to do that. I guess you could pour water here and let it build up, and then as you push it in, it drains. So let's talk about that. That's my ignorance. Now that I've trying to make a good review, I'm going to be honest. You can just open this, pour it, and then close it. Wife is saying no. Why?
Your ice. You're going to melt all your ice and deform it, and it's all jacked up.
Okay, now your ice is deformed. Okay, so the wife says that's a bad idea because if you have ice in here and you got to fill it with water, you still, if you pour on top of the ice, it's going to deform it and melt it and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, this still has to come out.
And I love my husband, but he knows nothing about cleaning the machine. It's once a week, and you bleach it once a month.
Okay.
So vinegar every week and bleach it once a month.
Vinegar and bleach. There you go. Princess has chimed in. What would I do without her? Behind every successful man is a nagging wife. All right, guys, there you go. Pick the Frigidaire.